I have a cat who's decided to sit on the fabric that I'm talking about. So you are very good. You're very helpful, aren't you? I want to show you an app that I have on my phone, and I saw it running so-and-so through it, and I thought, oh, I bet this is rubbish, although she praised it an awful lot, and I thought, oh, I bet it's not very good, and it's called Stash Hub. So let's open it up and see what it's like. If you get the menu, you can do fabrics and patterns, and you can do notions. I'm concentrating on the fabrics and the patterns, and here's the fabrics that I've just started listing. These fabrics that I have at the moment, I've still got more to add, and this is my latest purchase. Flower drawings on black. It should say viscose chalice. Let's change that. Oh no, I've got a cat coming. Oh no, get off! Well, I'm going to have to work with her sat on top of the fabric, aren't I? I haven't got much room on this desk as it is, but she decided to occupy the one gap that I had. The one gap, haven't you? Didn't you decide to occupy that little one gap? Anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. You basically put in the details, you put the description, what you've got, 3 meters in length. You say what the width is. If you use some of it up, then you say what the remaining length is. You can put weight, fabric type, fabric composition, and so on. The price that you paid, and I paid £3.75 a metre, and this is the one that I just bought last week. And cat is sitting on the fabric. I thought was absolutely lovely. And I have another one to uplist as well. I bought 2 and they came from Pound Fabrics. They were on offer and I paid, well, one is the flower drawings on black viscose, which that's what it's like on paper, and that's what it's like in reality. That's actually a true colour. And then the other one I got was blue, and it was Blooming Roses viscose chalice fabric, and that was £3.75 a metre. So both of them I paid £11.25, and there's the blue one. And that I think is lovely. I'll open it out a bit more. That's the blue one there. I've got it on top of my printer, but it looks lovely, that. So I'm about to put this second one in, and I'll show you how I do it. Let's start at the beginning. I want to add a fabric, so I press fabrics, and then I go down to the bottom here and I press add, and I can do a magic input.
Magic Input is the fastest way to upload a fabric to Stash Hub. To access your upload options, tap on the 3 lines menu at the bottom right of the fabric screen. There are 3 options, so for Magic Input, select the top option, Magic Input. There are 2 ways to add fabrics via Magic Input. The first way is using URL. This is great if you are fabric shopping online, as often online listings contain all the information that you need to know about a fabric. So for the new update of Magic Input, you can simply copy the URL of the fabric listing, paste it into your Stash Hub URL box, and then add the length that you've purchased. So for this, I'm going to put 3 meters. Then you click submit, and Magic Input will extract all the information from the fabric online listing into the correct field, so including the picture. So you can add more pictures as well, and there's a video about the different options for adding photos. So it's inputted the name, the description, the length, width, fabric type. So this fabric doesn't have any stretch, so it's left that. I can set the purchase date to today, and you have the option to add a thread match if you know there's a particular number of a Gutermann thread, for example, that goes really well with that fabric. I could add design abstract for this one, and you can check the box when your fabric is pre-washed. If I am buying fabric online, I like to add it to my Stash Hub straight away so I don't forget, but you can set the status to pre-ordered so that you know you're still waiting for it to come. So if we go back, you'll be able to see then your new fabric has been added to your Stash Hub. The second way to use Magic Input is good if you want to add all the information quickly and you don't want to manually fill all the boxes, but maybe you don't have a URL and you've got the information somewhere else perhaps. So you could just type all the information into this box instead of having to go through and type them into the correct boxes. Or it's also useful if you've got all the information somewhere else. So for example, before I used Stash Hub, I had Trello. So got some of my older fabrics in Trello. So I could, if I wanted to move these fabrics out of Trello and into Stash Hub, I could copy their description, paste it all into the Magic Input text input, and then submit that. And that works in exactly the same way, although it doesn't extract the photo. So I will have to do the photo separately. But you can see it's put in the description, the length, the width, the weight it didn't have in that description, so it's just left that blank, the price. So to add the photo, I could go here, save the image, add that to my photos, and then select image. There's my photo image. And now that's been added too. So that's 2 ways to add fabrics to your Stash Hub using Magic Input. And as you can see, it's really speedy and hopefully will help you save lots of time and encourage you to add your new purchases directly to Stash Hub.
Or you can do a bulk ad, or you can add new. I'm just doing add new. And it says add photo. So if I add a photo, it then says take a photo. So I'm going to take a photo of this fabric, and I want to get it in, I don't know what you can see, but I've got it lovely on there. I'm just going to take a picture of that, and that's my fabric. So if I like it, which I do, tick that, it uploads the image. Oh, my cat is moving. Is she moving? Is she going? No, she's going to curl up on the fabric. So then I've got this fabric here, right, and I've put the name of the new fabric. So let me just have a look at my paper here, so you can see what I'm doing. It's called Blooming Roses Viscose Chalice. So here I'm going to press the microphone. Blooming Roses Viscose Chalice. Now you can see it. Oh, it's got chalice as a cup. Oh, cancel that and go chalice, right? Then description, navy blue background with peach, pale yellow and lime green leaves. So that's all I need. I know exactly. Oops, cancel that. It's printing what I'm saying as well. And then my purchase length. So I actually bought 3 meters, and it was 375 meters. So I can move that out the way. So I purchased, not yards, meters. So there, and I purchased 3 meters. I haven't used it yet. The width I know is 150 centimeters. And well, I don't know the weight. I'm not really bothered. Fabric type, it's a viscose. And fabric composition, I don't really know, but it's viscose. And then the price, and the price I paid was 3.75 a metre, and the date that I purchased it on was last week, which is the 14th. Okay. And the shop that I got it from was Pound Fabrics, and you can have a thread match. Well, I don't need that. So that is all I need to do. So I've got Blooming Roses, press the back arrow, and there it is. That's my Blooming Roses there. So that shows you this. Do you remember I showed you this one? This is one I bought last week, or from one A1 fabrics, I can't remember what you call them now. And these are all colour fabrics, and I've got that I've uplisted. That's some canvas I bought. I'm going to make a jacket out of that. And I've only started. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 uplisted. My patterns, if I go to patterns, these are the patterns that I've got uplisted so far. That's my favourite one, as you know. And what I've done is taken a picture of the front, taken a picture of the line drawing, taken a picture of the detail of the chart, so if I click that you can see, and if I was going shopping I could see how much fabric I needed from there. And then what I can do is, I think you can add a picture somewhere. Date acquired, I bought it before 24. You can add pictures if you've made the dress yourself. You can add pictures so you can get an idea of what you've made. Cup sizes, if it has cup sizes. Fabric, I can write down how much fabric I used. Sewing level, I would say beginner. Or let's say confident beginner. And the location, if you put it in a certain place. I can't remember how much I paid for it, so I'm not going to put that down. Is there something, there might be somewhere where I can add a picture. Is there a place where I can add a picture? So here I've uploaded this attachment, and basically I can open it up and see what it looks like, and that shows me what the dress is like. Sorry, I have a little cat there who's trying to tell me that it's her tea time, aren't you? Do you want your tea? Yeah? You want your tea? Yeah, I'll get it in a minute. So basically that's the attachment. Sorry, it's gone out of focus there. And you can add as many as you like. So every time you make another dress you can add a new attachment. I think the more attachments you put on, the more you're going to have to subscribe to this monthly or annually, because it will only allow you so many amount of attachments. Right, I'm off to feed a cat. And that's about it. You could add suggested fabrics that you've put in, you could say what fabrics you recommend. These are things that once I've done a pattern I don't really need to enter those things, but I think it's a good idea. I think it's really good. It gives you an idea on what you've got, what patterns you've got, and once you've uploaded quite a lot you can flick through and say, oh, I think I'll make that one today, or I'll make this one, or and let's see what I need. It'll tell me what fabric I need, and I can decide on what I want to make, what amount of fabric I need and what notions I need. So it's very good. Now I'm currently using the one that's free, and and you've also got projects. You can put a project that you want to do. You've also got measurements. You can put measurements in. I haven't got any there. Challenges, if you're doing any, like some of you do these Instagram challenges. Shops that you might shop with. Can you hear him screaming? They've got a list of shops here that you can add, and they tell you what the discounts and things are. And I would imagine as time goes on a lot of these fabric shops will add to this. And then shopping list, so you can choose if you wanted to buy something, you put down what fabric you want, you go add, and you write down what you need on here, the buttons or whatever, you add your things to it. And vouchers, if there's vouchers, there's no vouchers, I haven't got any vouchers. And fabric info labels. Now this is something they've started doing, and these are some labels that you can buy.
Stash Hub has partnered with sewing pattern printing company Fabuloso to bring you fabric info labels. These labels have key information extracted from your Stash Hub so you can check your fabric details at a glance. There is also a QR code on each label, which when scanned will open that fabric in Stash Hub so you can check for the additional information such as fabric weight and where you bought it, and also see if that fabric is already linked to a project. To order fabric info labels for your own stash, open Stash Hub, head to menu and scroll down to fabric info labels. Here you'll find pictures and more information about the fabric info labels. Tap Select Fabric to choose the fabric you want to get labels for. You can either select all fabric, which is all the fabrics that were open in your view at the time, or you can use the filters to select the fabrics that you would like labels for. So for example, if I want labels for just the fabrics I've bought so far this year, I can change the date filters, and that gives me 9 fabrics. Then I click Submit, and that will generate a PDF which I can download. So I'm opening the PDF now, and I'm going to save it to files. This is a really important step so you don't lose your PDF. Then you can check the PDF just to see that you've got all the information that you want on all the labels. The watermark will be taken off by Fabuloso. As I've ordered 9 labels, there will be one blank one as they're sold in multiples of 10. The labels are made of paper, so they're really easy to write on and can be handy for adding details of an additional fabric you haven't bought yet. Once you've checked your PDF, you can click Done and it returns you to StashHub, where you can select either Reset and Try Again at the bottom or proceed to Fabuloso to order your labels. There's a box to upload your PDF, so click Browse and then select the PDF we saved earlier. Fabric info labels are sold in sheets of 10, so update the quantity according to the number of pages in your PDF. For example, if you had selected 40 fabrics, you'd need to update the quantity to 4, as you'd have 4 sheets in your PDF. For this example, I'm just ordering 1 sheet, so I'll leave the quantity as 1 and add it to my basket. You could also order printed PDF patterns or other products from Fabuloso at the same time. Don't forget to use your coupon code from the shops section in StashHub before you check out. Fabuloso will send you your labels in the post, and you can use the QR code to find out which fabric they correspond to and label them all up for a really organised and useful stash.
But I'm well impressed by it. But as I say, I'm currently using the free one. Now I'm not sure how it goes from free to costing you. I think you've got to have so many uplisted in one. Probably when I start uplisting something else, they'll say, right, you've reached your limit, you're going to have to pay for it. How much it is yet, I don't know, but I shall find out. I think I will subscribe to it. I think you pay so much a month. There is other alternatives that you could do if you wanted to do something different. You could go to called Keep Notes, where you can put a title, fabric. You can say how much fabric you've got, and then you can add add a photo, take a photo, add an image, and you can do it that way, so that eventually you'll have on this Keep Notes, instead of lots of my words there, you'd have lots of pictures. I think I've got quite a few things on here. I used to keep them like that. If it was a pattern that I liked, I'd keep it on there, and things that I'd seen I would save. This, I can't remember what this is. This is something to do with sewing. Something about overlockers, you know, this is so long ago, 2016, I don't even remember what it's about. But yes, I've kept things like that which are quite good. This one was a coat that I quite liked making, thought I might make, and I've never got around to making it. Vogue 9136, but I just took a picture of it, that's all. And there's another one, Sewing Ideas. I think that was something that I saw, and with a bit of black net down there below you. It was actually from the Yours Oversized website, and I quite liked that idea, so I took a picture of it and saved it. So that's actually a good idea you could do. Just if you want a bit longer, instead of adding a piece on, just put a bit of black chiffon on. It looks as if you've got some kind of a little petticoat or a little shirt underneath that's hanging down a bit longer. I might try that actually, that's a good idea. So you could use, as I say, Keep Notes if you've got Keep Notes. Now my phone is not a there's another one I've got. I had gone into a shop and I quite liked the way that this shirt was finished on the shop. I thought it was quite nice, so I took a picture of it. And then things about trousers, find your fit. Oh, I think it was Marks and Spencer's possibly, and I took a picture of that. And then, what was that? Oh, it's a tape. They're ribbon tape measures. So I do use this for a lot of things to keep notes. There's another one, a coat that I was going to make. Kept the picture, and I thought like that I've got the measurements. Another one there. So this is what I was using beforehand, but I was just taking pictures of the patterns and saving them like that. So that's a good idea for you. That's his lordship when he was younger.